Hola!
Welcome back to T&Leetv. Hi guys! We're back with another mukbang as requested. You guys wanted to see Mama T and me. So we're gonna get into this grub. We have some steak and mashed potatoes. Oh my god, I can't wait to eat. I'm
so if you watched the video before this, if not, check it out. We did do a cooking with T and Lee. It's really easy, very simple, quick meal. Ribeye steak, garlic mashed potatoes. That's it.
That's it.
So good. So tell them what you're drinking today, meal.
So today I am drinking some crushed peach soda with some ice in it.
And yes, and I'm drinking some RC, guys. Yeah. RC. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bless the food and get started.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bless the food.
Lord, thank you for this food that you have blessed us with. We ask you that you provide the nourishment and nutrients that this food will provide in our bodies. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Y'all, let me turn this off. Sorry, guys.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Yes. Gotta turn the phone off. And we're gonna dig in, y'all. So we don't have any steak sauce because I don't like steak sauce. You like steak sauce?
Kinda. I don't really care. I mean, if it's not seasoned, then I'll keep it.
Yeah, exactly. When it's not seasoned, most people. But some people just like the taste of it. I feel like it masks the flavor of the steak, so I don't even buy it. So yeah. But let's dig in. I hope my daughter like it because she like her steak well done.
Yeah, I do. I don't.
And y'all saw how I cooked it if you watched the video. Sorry, Mia.
Oh my god. Ooh, it's kind of tough.
One of those knives.
Is it? Oh.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Oh,
it's we gonna figure it out.
You wanna go change your knife?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So excited.
One momento.
Okay, ready.
Alright, she had to get a different knife.
Yes.
Because that one was pretty dull.
It was not working out.
Yeah, so.
Oh, this looks so... Oh, this is better. Much better. Oh, this is fat. Oh, I mean, it's fat.
Yeah, it's more, you gotta... One thing about ribeye steak, it's kind of fatty. One day we're going to have to do a mukbang on a filet mignon. That's my favorite part of steak.
Oh. Mom makes, if you guys, ever get the chance to experience my mom cooking and, the smell, it smells so good. It just, it reminds me of my grandma's, because when our grandma cooks, we smell the whole thing in the house. You smell, what's being cooked. It smells delicious. And
it does. Shout out to Mama T. Y'all been asking about her.
Grandma T, yeah.
Yes.
She's the matriarch of cooking in our family. I mean, everyone can cook. Well, not me, but most of our family can really cook, and it's delicious.
I've been trying to get all of them to cook. This one just like to cook noodles. But I learned very young. I was 9 when I learned how to cook. You okay?
I'm gonna get there, guys. I promise that I'm a late bloomer. I should have been doing it, but eventually I'm gonna have to learn.
She's more into drawing.
Oh yes, I really am.
So, how was it?
It's good. We just not eat steak sauce.
Thank you.
No steak sauce needed. This is really good. And the potatoes, y'all. It's so good.
I told her to watch her hands because it's on this hot plate. This thing do not play, y'all. It don't play. But at least the food nice and warm.
How much was it, Mom? How much was it hot plate?
We got this from Walmart for like $20. But we want to upgrade, get a bigger one. But if you need a hot plate, Walmart.
$20, y'all. Daily prices. Okay.
It's just a griddle.
I didn't think it was gonna really. I forgot because like when we were doing the seafood boil, it wasn't this hot. Well, it was, but not like that. Oh, y'all see this? This is so good.
You actually like it. But we'll definitely have to come back and do one with the filet mignon. So, our topic I want to talk about today, but what I want to talk to Tamia about is how it felt. So yesterday, you guys know the election came up. It's coming up November 6th, but me and Tamia, we went and we early voted yesterday.
Yes.
So we got it in. So this was her first time voting. So it was like, I was really excited. So she took her time, y'all. When I tell you she took her time,
I did.
She took her time. Like, she was not playing. She was reading every amendment and just trying to make sure she understands what it was about. So it was really good. So, yeah, I want to talk to her and ask her, how did it feel your first time voting? What did you feel about the ballot? Like, you know, the people, the candidates, and all of that. So, yeah, I took pictures too. I'll probably insert one.
I want to say like I was really excited doing it because I always wanted to vote. Like people were saying vote, 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 vote. Like when you turn 18, make sure you vote because your voice matters. And then I will always hear from like even adults. They would say our vote doesn't even matter. What's the point of voting? Like the other person's gonna win anyway. But I was always taught, like in school, like your voice matters. Like you can't complain if you don't vote. Like the teacher always said, like if you vote, then you have the right to complain. If you don't vote, you can't complain because you didn't do anything. And voting matters. Like it really matters. I was so excited when we went to like the early voting.
She's the one who was like, "Oh, are we early voting?
Yeah, are we early voting?
There's some polls. It's not far from us."
Yeah, well, it was like they like sent me because I'm registered to vote. I got registered last year when they were doing a thing. We had this whole thing at school, and they like have people like helping kids pre-register and register to vote. So like when they turn 18, they'll be able to like be registered. So I was already registered. So I went to the place, they asked for my ID, and then
she was so excited. Like she came home, she was so excited about it.
I felt like I did like my due justice, my like civic responsibilities. Like we have the right to vote. And you have the right to vote at a young age, so why not take advantage of that? I don't know, like some people, it's kind of sad when they choose to like not vote. Like even if you don't like the candidate, it's not really about like the big candidate. It's also about like the little candidates too, like your local.
Cause that's what makes a difference in your community. Yeah, your community.
Yeah, so. If you don't vote for your representatives, you don't vote for the people for your school boards. If you don't vote for like your city council, who's going to be your mayor, your senate, who's representing you in the White House. You're kind of like stuck. Like you're letting other people vote for you, basically. You don't want to do that. Like if you want your vote to count, vote. Even if you feel like one vote actually makes a difference, believe it or not. And we are a swing state, meaning we kind of go either right or left, or blue or red. So I mean, you never know the outcome.
It's hot. It's hot. I know it burnt my tongue a little bit, but I like my food real hot, so it didn't bother me as much.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it's hot.
Oh, I didn't think it was. I'm sorry. I forgot what I was going to say.
They are hot. These potatoes, everything is really hot. Be careful, please.
But yeah, it matters. It really matters. Like I'm very aware of like what's going on politically. I try to like. I always watch the news because I'm like I need to see like what's happening in the world and what's happening in our like country, and so I wasn't being. People were like saying, "Oh, so who are you voting for?" I don't think I have to tell anyone that, but
you don't.
No, I don't tell you that.
Don't.
I don't have to tell you who I voted for, but I make sure like for both sides I see it's not really about like what, no matter what I'm affiliated with, the party I'm affiliated with, it matters is like if that person's views kind of match up with mine, like what I want to see. And I looked at both parties, but you know, people were saying, well, you shouldn't vote for this one because such and such is involved in like an FBI scandal, or such and such is like that hasn't did this and that or something. But those are all tactics to like deter you away from like what they're trying to like do. And there's like, you have to, I don't know, you have to like take into account like everything, because they're trying to like make you sway one way or the other. But I make sure like, I believe in this and that, and I chose the person who I felt was going to best do that for our state. Because we need change for real. Like in Florida, it's ridiculous.
It is.
It's very ridiculous. We need some change, like real change, like in our education system, especially in our education system, with our healthcare.
Yeah.
Healthcare, education system, college, and our ecosystem, our environment. It's kind of we thrive on the water, and the water is like in trouble right now. So that's how we make our income in this state. And if it's all messed up and all getting destroyed, we're not gonna, you know what I mean. All that takes into account to like voting, and that's why I made sure I'm not doing it because I'm biased. I'm doing it because this person represents what I want for my state, or for my and community and such.
Yes, definitely. And she really, when she says that she's really concerned and she really made her choice off of who she thinks is best for the community, who will best benefit us and educationally and environmentally, when she said that, she really meant it, because I'm telling you guys, she stayed in there a long time. She read every letter, every word. She was going to make her vote count, if nothing else. So, yeah.
I have to. And for those who are voting, this is like a nationwide thing. All the governors, all the senators,
you might want to repeat that.
Sorry. Hold on.
You're about what?
This isn't only just happening here, it's happening in your state and everywhere else here in the United States. Like November 6th is like, you know, the last day to really get your vote in. Ooh, it's gonna be.
So did you vote?
Did you guys vote?
Did you early vote?
If you didn't early vote, you still have time to vote.
You still have a chance.
It's gonna be crazy out there.
As I always say, or as I've been saying lately, be the difference you want. You have to be the difference you want.
Yes, like I mean,
definitely.
You can't
make the difference.
Hey, and if you don't see the difference you want, you can complain. You voted. You can say, I don't like this. We need to kick him out, or kick her out, or whoever. You know? Because then if you didn't vote, it's kind of sad. Like in the I'm here, like I'm in our in the Black community, how like a lot of people choose not to vote.
It is sad.
I'm like, well, and it's not like, part of it's like ignorance to the fact they don't know like how it works, and then because they're not taught, because they're not teaching in school. Well, I had good teachers who like said you need to go vote as soon as possible, like as soon as you turn 18, as soon as you're able to do it, because like you think your vote doesn't matter because it's only one vote. That's a lie. It's a big lie. Like your vote matters. Like one vote can change everything. And like, guys, if you guys are 18 right now, or you're a senior and you're like able-bodied to vote before, I think there was like a certain date you could vote. If your birthday was like before a certain month, you're allowed to like vote in the midterms. Or, well, my friend actually, I know, birthday was like not like 2 days ago, and she got to vote. So before I guess November 6th to be turning 18, around that time you can vote. Vote, please vote. Like it's so important. Like that sounds like a broken record, but like seriously, especially, I don't know, the voting age. There's like some states like Washington D.C. they're trying to like get 16 and 17-year-olds to be able to vote, like at age 16. Because they're saying, because a lot of this like a lot of like the laws and stuff like pertain to like the, you know, not like to the younger generation. Like we pay attention to those things. Like how come we can't decide to like, you know, they were saying how there's like a maturity issue with there. Like you're only 17, you're 16 years old. What do you know? Well, a 16, 17-year-old, if they're like very aware of what's going on, they know exactly what's going on, especially if it has to do with like their schooling and like college and stuff. They're thinking about that because they're getting ready to like transition. And they're just like, why can't we vote for the things that concern us? And we have to wait until we're 18 to do it. And I know it's kind of, they were like the first state that can test it out. I don't know if they passed it yet. But that's really cool. Because like, you know, these kids were very educated and they knew what they were talking about and they knew like what issues affected them. I don't think what's wrong with lowering the age. Maybe to like 17 or 16.
That would have been great because Jelena would have been able to vote.
Yeah, she would have been
So
able to
Jelena
vote.
came with us, but you know, she got a sticker that said future voter. Because she's on 17, so. Yeah, but definitely next year she's going to be voting. Definitely. They even had like a lot of people come like door to door to make sure that you vote. If you're a registered voter, they were like asking for you by name and seeing if you went out or letting you know the importance and like kind of breaking it down. Like even if you didn't understand like what each candidate represented or you didn't know like what you should pick, they were like there to help you break it down. So there would be like no excuse. So you can't say, oh, I don't know, because you do, because I'll help you. They had like pamphlets.
Yes.
They had information. They were not playing. 3 different people at 3 different times came and knocked on our door. One of them was today. Excuse me. So he was knocking and he was just going with his little speech. I was like, we voted. We voted. And he was like, oh, I'm so glad, you know. But it was really good because he was wanting to make sure like we can make a difference. I was like, oh, we already did. We're done.
Yeah, we're done. Like, yes, like I felt so good voting because like this race, especially in Florida, it's very important. Like very important race. Like it's very like anticipated. Like people are just like, oh, like I don't feel like this is important or something like that. They're just, I don't know. Well, whatever their opinions were about it.
And they want us to feel like that.
Yeah.
They want us to continue to feel that way.
I'm like,
So you won't vote. It ain't important. It's not going to count. So you don't vote.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the thing about voting, what my teacher told me was that if you want extra change in like your community, they're gonna check to see if you like past like elections you voted for, and if they see you actually voted, they're more likely to listen to you. Now, if you didn't ever vote, never in your life, and you're talking about you need to fix this and this, like saying like education, and looking like, well, you never voted, so why should I listen to you? You know, that's like, I don't know, that's like ammo. Like I voted, I pay attention and stuff like that. But I want change. Like, I don't know, people just, that's really sad to me. People will voluntarily say, I'm not voting. Why not? But they complain. A lot. I'm like, you do.
Yeah. I mean, people, I mean, it is up to you on what you want to do. And again, it is a choice on what you want to do. But like, you know, everyone has their own beliefs in the voting system, and some people think, oh, it's useless, and some people think it's, you know, great. But I mean, if you're kind of on the fence about it, I would tell you to go ahead and do it. I mean, what will it hurt?
Yeah.
You got to look at it like that. Like, what is it going to hurt? It's not going to hurt anything.
And it doesn't take, well, depending on where you go.
If you early vote, it won't be that long.
Yeah, we were in and out. Well, they were in and out.
I mean,
I had to, there was like, they had Amendment 13. That's the third vote for us. That's like ending
the legalization of like dog racing.
dog racing. Yeah, because like I looked into like what is that? Well, I mean I knew like yeah they place bets on dogs to see like who wins the the fastest and they get money. That's gambling basically. But the dark side about it was these animals were suffering because of it. They would die. Because it was like they were getting like poor treatment. Like they were just used as like little, you know, just money grubbing little things. They didn't care about them. They were like abusing them basically. And so I'm just like, we want to keep our 4.
That's just dog lovers.
Yes, we have 3 of them, and I don't want to see that happening to any other dog. They're getting abused and dying over money. That's really just evil, in my opinion. So that's one amendment I saw. I'm like, we need to like make that. Animals have rights too. Like you can't just do any and everything to a dog or anything because what?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like to see when people mistreat animals.
Yes. Like,
It makes me so mad. Like when people like you have to discipline your animals, but when people not disciplining your animal, if it's wrong, like I'm saying when people are like just nasty. They hurt them and like do things to them and feed them like, you know, illegal substances and things like that. I can't stand it. I just think that's such a punk to me. When you do that to a dog or animal, like when you sit there and torture or whatever, fight them. I just think that's the worst thing. Like it's an animal, like, and you know how loyal a dog is to you. Like your dog is so loyal to you, and then you sit there and you fight them and give them drugs or whatever. It just makes me like right now my skin is tingling. my whole skin, like my body is just like the hairs are standing up all over my body, and it makes me tingle because I can't stand that. That's like such a punk. I can't stand like. It's more, you know, men that beat women, like people that abuse animals. Like I don't like stuff like that, and I'm very passionate about it. And I can't deal with that. So, and I know people are like, oh, it's just a dog. No, it's not just a dog. Like if you can do that, you know the traits of us, like a serial killer or psychotic people. They like kill animals and abuse animals. You know that's one of the signs. So it's one of the signs for a reason, because there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, why would you like? They have souls. They have feelings. They're just, you know, they have.
Well, I'm just saying to do that, like sit there and torture an animal. I don't know.
Why would you? Something's wrong with you doing that. Like,
I don't understand, and just like,
Well, yeah, we said we need Amendment 13. I'm sorry. I love my dogs, and I don't want to see them like in that. They don't deserve. There's already like trouble with them like being in the pound and being mistreated in the pound and dying in the pound and all that sort of stuff, and like just being in the streets. We're making it worse by like doing that, drugging them up for money. That's sick. Do that. There's a lot. Like they said that this year was like a 2-page ballot. Like,
front and back.
Front and back. I think it was I'm not sure if this was it the longest one they had in the.
It's one of the big ones. Biggest ones.
The biggest ones they had in like I think a while. I'm like, oh my gosh. I had to really read it. I'm like, I'm not, like some of the stuff, I'm like, this doesn't really apply to me. Because when I was really reading it, I'm like, this is more of like from a business standpoint. And I'm a little too young to like, not understand it, but like really, it doesn't apply to me. So I'm just like, and I was making sure I was reading everything, you know. Like, don't just like, read it. Like, just
Christmas tree.
I know Christmas tree.
Like,
my vote for something.
Is that your phone?
No. My phone's in my room.
Oh. It's an Amber Alert.
Oh no.
Oh wow. Yeah, it was an Amber Alert. But yeah.
Wait. Oh, they were so nice to people. They weren't being mean or anything. Just this man, he was telling. Oh, I'm gonna hold on.
Y'all have to check out that alert. I touched it.
There's the man. He was telling me, he was like an older middle age. No, he was middle age. But he didn't look that for his age.
Sorry.
Another one?
It just wants to make sure that you got it, yeah.
Scary. Oh yeah, he was like telling me like you have to put the ballots in this like thing so they can like count your votes and stuff. But he said make sure you put like the red thing over it so people won't see like what you voted for. I didn't think people would actually like try to look over and like see like whatever you like said yes or no to. Do they do that?
Remember you asked? I was like, some people.
Well,
Yeah, some, I don't know.
Why am I looking? I mean, it doesn't matter who I voted for. I mean, you voted for who you voted for. Why are you looking over my paper? Like, I think that's a little weird. I'm like, it's okay to like vote for different people, but like I think it's a little extreme. Trying to look, well, who did they vote for? I don't agree with that person. Like, I mean, you don't have to agree with me. That's why you vote.
I remember this was like, I was like I had to be like in maybe the 1st or 2nd grade, and I lived in Miami, Florida. And they brought some kind of voting thing to our school. I don't know who it was for, but it's something where I don't remember, y'all. It's been a long time. But they had us, like, as little kids, like, going to a little poll and, like, do little voting.
Ooh.
I don't know who it was for, actually, but, you know, they gave us a chance, like, to have a voice. This was, of course, like, a long time ago. But they let us do it or whatever, and I don't know why, and I don't understand the meaning of it, but we did. But I remember, like, when it was my turn to go, I stood, you know, walked up to the thing, and I didn't know who any of the people were. And then I just started, you know, picking whoever. And I remember the guy that was watching watching next to me, he was just, like, looking, and he was like, I promise, I will never forget that. That's my first memory of anything to do with voting. He was like, and I was like, this. Then the next one he was like, and I did it. He was like making me cheat or whatever. I didn't know. You know, I was like, 7, 6, I don't know. And yeah, and I just picked it. I was like, good, because I didn't want to do it anyway. I didn't know. But y'all, that was my first experience with voting, and it was with somebody trying to make me pick what they wanted me to pick. Isn't that crazy? I wish I would know. I'm gonna ask my mom and dad, do they remember when they had the kids voting in school and what it was for? But yeah, he told me to choose what he wanted me to. He was looking like. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yes. Like, y'all just ridiculous.
I know some schools I've heard in the news, they like do like when it was like the 2016 election. They were the schools were like doing simulations of who they wanted to vote for.
Oh, okay, maybe it was something, I don't know, but
yeah, they were just like seeing a test, like see like what the younger kids like, how much they like knew, and like not see they were like, I don't know, just a little social experiment, I guess. I thought it was actually kind of like nice because they get like a chance to see like a kind of like a start of like what it
like
is,
experiencing,
like experiencing. Like I think we should bring that, and like stuff like I kind of, in my opinion, I kind of feel like school doesn't really tell us or like preps us for like stuff like that, like voting or like not. I mean, I kind of feel like school should like prepare us more for stuff like that. Because, like, people really don't know, like, how to, like, wait, what's that? How do I do this or this and that? I understand, like, yeah, we have to, like, figure out some things on our own. But then other things, I'm just, like, it would have been nice to know in, like, school. Like, that's what you're there to learn, right? I don't know. That's one of those things. But,
y'all be good. Like, if they had a class that, like, dealt a little bit with politics.
They have government class, but they do talk. But they like that's weird. Like with like I had government in freshman year before we like went to our new school, school we go to now. But I took it in 9th grade. But then here, you take economics and government in 12th grade. I'm like, that's really weird.
How do you feel as far as the economic and government classes? How does that prepare you for what's going on in your future?
I will say, economics is actually, it's not just money, it's actually everything you do. Like, all your decisions are, to like put economics in like short terms, it's like every decision you make, like, you know, the decisions you make, like, it's about decision making, basically. Like, okay, say if you wanted to, like, what was this? There's a term. This is so in the beginning of the year. Beginning of, like, we were teaching. He was like, I forget the exact terms, but, like, basically, say if you wanted to, there was, like, yeah, say if you wanted to, like, you were studying, and then, but you needed for example, you want to read a book or watch TV. So, if you read a book, you have more incentive of reading. If you read a book, you have the incentive of actually getting work done, studying, this and that. But also, if you didn't watch TV, you have less time to relax, to cool down, and just, just refresh your mind, and vice versa. If you watch TV first, you have time to, like, refresh your mind, relax, and cool down, but you have less time to study. There's a whole, I forgot what it was. I can't think of it, I'm mad right now, but, like, there's a term for that. But basically, if you do one thing, you're doing more of one thing and less of the other thing. That's economics, basically. Like, all decision making, basically. That's what it is. It's more than just money. It's like what you choose to wear, where you decide to eat, where you decide to go. But like with economics, you want to think like an economist, basically, and like make the better decision for yourself. That's what it boils down to.
So does it touch on politics?
We do. We talked about free market, and we talked about what was not communism. It's not. It is communism, but there's another word for it. But we talked about free market, and we talked about communism. And communism is basically where the government pretty much gives you everything, and everyone has a set amount. And free market is where the government has little control, but you have control of like what. You have the control of your own property, private property, make your own businesses and things like that, which is not bad. Actually, I think it actually gives you the free will to like, you know, I mean, there's like downsides and upsides to both of them. Like the government, with communism, government's like controlling everything and like everything's handed out like evenly, but the downside is that you as an individual can't start your own business without the government saying yes or no.
Yeah.
Basically. And with free market, government's like, oh, UK, you can do that, but like you have a risk. It's like risk factors of like, oh, but it's on you. It's not on us. Well, yeah. So that's like what it is. And like, well, in America, we're free market are not communists or communism. I mean, there's like a negative connotation of communism because like, I mean, if you look in history, I'm not trying to sound political, but it wasn't really like ran the best at all. So I mean, just looking at history, like some people who've been through it, they may say differently, but then that's okay. But like from what I've learned, I don't know, my teacher's a little bit biased though. I will say that. Sorry, Mr. D.
He's probably not watching.
He's probably not watching. He's a little biased. Like if you can tell, like he's kind of, you know, very. He's very pro-capitalist. That's what he is. But what we learned about politics, like economics is basically it's like everything. Like everything we do, every decision we make, like money, what we decide to wear, it's everything. But he wants us like as we want to like think economically with everything. Like if I do this, yes, I may have less time to do this, but this is more important. I have more time to put my energy into like investing or buying this for like later, or like this will better me in the future. That's like how you, I don't know, it kind of makes you like think a little, like instead of like impulse, like oh I need this, need that, you like actually take your time and like think about what you're doing. That's how I like about economics. Like you just, I don't know, it's like interesting. I will say that.
Well, yeah, so that was a history lesson if you didn't know. That is a lesson if you didn't know about economics. That's what they teach us. And then you kind of got the feeling of them not really being into much politics. Doesn't sound like much.
That's like government. Like that's when they talk. But I already took government, so. How'd
you like it?
I like government class. We got to learn about like our like government and like how like there was, you know, the branches, the judiciary branch, the executive branch, and then the legislative branch, which is like the branches of our government. We have 3.
Oh, excuse me.
And they all have checks and balances. Like each one can check the other one to keep everyone in like no branch has more power than the other. What else? There's like there's like clauses. You learn about the Constitution. There's a lot. There's articles, and you learn the articles, the clauses, and like I'll say like how many articles? So there's 3 articles. There's like the first article is the legislative. The second article is the executive, and the third one I believe is the judicial one. Yes. I might be wrong, but this is what I'm remembering.
It's okay. It's okay if you're wrong.
But yeah, they have. Oh, she's pregnant. But yeah, they have.
Oh no, she must have heard.
She heard Ribeye.
Naya.
But government teach you about your constitution, teach you about like what your rights are. Like I didn't know like what Miranda rights were until I was in government class, and that's basically based off a case from Miranda v. I forgot what the Arizona, I think. Arizona, and they were like saying he never got his rights while being arrested. That's why, like, when you're arrested, they like say you have the right to remain silent, this and that. You have a right to an attorney. Those are Miranda rights. That's where that came from. And you learn about your. Hey, if you know about your rights, sir, like, and when police try to pull you over, you can say, this is not my right. I have rights. I know my rights. You cannot do this by according to this and this.
There are a couple of videos on YouTube going around when people are like checking the police. Like when they get pulled over, it is because Lee watches them.
Yeah, I'm like
oh Lord.
So
he's really into those.
Yes, I see. It's good to like know your constitution too, like in your rights, because when people try to tell you something, you be like, I know my rights. I had a constitution book. And I could have easily said, you're not allowed to do this. But yeah.
Oh Lord. Y'all, Leah acting up.
Sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
She just misses me.
So I'm done, y'all. Are you about done?
Oh, I'm getting full. But
Yeah.
it was good. It was good. I think.
Yeah, she is. She's been, probably because you've been talking and
Yeah.
then they done filled up. Oh Lord, y'all. So yeah, Leah is wanting Tamia to come back. If you don't know who Leah is, she is the mom dog that we have, the oldest.
Yes.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. We thank you so much for joining us. We hope you learned something from this video. We hope you guys go out there and vote. If you're on the fence about it, we hope you do that. And let your children watch this video as well, so they can take some input about certain things that they may not know about if they're in like middle school, going to high school, like a little taste of what they'll be getting into. It'll be very informational, educational. Very, very, very much so. So thank you, Mia, for joining me in this video. She will be in more, and then she will be doing some by herself because that was requested as well.
Yes.
So yes, hello to all of our new subscribers. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and subscribe to our channel if you like what you see. Like, comment, and subscribe to T&Leetv because it is the place to be. And don't forget to check out the Epic Empire in the description links below. All the links they're all linked below, so don't forget to check them out. And until next time, we'll see you. We out this. Peace.